All right, hello everyone, back again. I got a little haircut. Got my ears have been pierced for a little while, but I haven't worn earrings in a while. So today I'm going to be doing part 2 of my kind of beginner makeup basics series. And we're going to be talking about some of my favorite tools. I'm going to be talking about all affordable brushes and tools that you can get at the dollar store, or you can get at Walmart or Target. Just really affordable stuff that is great quality. I don't think I own a single high-end brush unless it came in like an Ipsy subscription bag, which I'm no longer subscribed to, but that is the only reason I would have something more expensive. Also, I would like to disclaim that I do have my son in here with me. He's on the floor, he's crawling around now, and he has to be supervised, of course. So he's just in here behind me, this curtain, with some of his toys and stuff. So if you hear him, I mean, it is what it is. That's my mom life now, family life, and yeah. So we're gonna get right into it, I guess. This is more for those of you who maybe you hardly have any brushes, or maybe you have some, but you don't feel like you have a complete set to kind of create a complete look. And I would say for a beginner, you probably only need 6 to 7 brushes, which is not a lot. I have so many brushes. The more you get, the more you have to wash. And yes, girl, you do have to wash them. You don't have to have a specific brush soap. You can use shampoo and your conditioner. A 2-in-1 is really great. It's going to get everything out, but it's going to keep your brushes nice and soft, make them last a long time. But that's a separate video. We're going to start out with some really basic tools. This is something I hardly ever use, but just in case I decide to use one, I have it. And this is the e.l.f. eyelash curler. I mean, simple. It is $1, guys. It's $1, and it comes with a pad and an extra pad. So it comes with 2 pads. And yeah, I don't curl my lashes very much. I used to curl them all the time. It's not very good for my lashes. They will want to fall out. So yeah, but if you want it, girl, it's $1. I mean, you can't beat that. And it's very easy to find like refills for those. For a lot of other lash curlers, it's very hard to find those little pad refills. Another thing from e.l.f. tweezers. I have a pair of these for myself, and then I also have a pair of these in my freelance kit. These are just some of the best tweezers. They're super basic looking. They're stainless steel, which is great. It's easy to keep them sanitary. They get every hair. You know how sometimes you buy tweezers and it feels like you get the hair and then you squeeze and it's like they don't press all the way against each other. They don't grip the hair, and then you're just doing this and it's not getting anything. These are not like that. I've had like 3 or 4 pair because I'm bad to lose stuff like this. These are also $1, and every single pair has worked. I haven't had like a janky pair, so there you go. Another thing would be a spoolie. This is a disposable one. I don't have the one that e.l.f. makes, but e.l.f. also makes a single, like, you know, it's got like a big long like brush handle spoolie. It's great for brushing up your brows, great for getting off any clumps of mascara. That's another thing. Yes, my love, are you coming to me? For foundation, I personally love sponges. I have 3 here. All of them are dirty because they are all well loved. We'll start out with my absolute favorite. How about that? This is the Real Techniques. I have gone through many of these. You can get Real Techniques at Target, at Walmart, and maybe like a CVS or something like that. It's just really soft. You wet the sponge and then you go in with your foundation and everything just looks really smooth and skin-like. It's my favorite tool. And these are about $4, and you can get multi-packs. You can just buy one to try it out. It's very budget friendly, and I still have not ever purchased a beauty blender because I don't feel the need to. This is enough for me. paying 20 bucks for a sponge just seems outrageous to me. I'm sorry, I'm not that bougie. So, girl, yes. The next option, if for some reason that one is out of stock or whatever, the EcoTools sponge. They come in a little set. It comes with another little green one that I seem to have lost. My son will probably find it sometime. This one I was iffy about at first, but as I continued to use it, it got kind of broken in and then got equally as soft as the Real Techniques one. The shape is different. It's really nice for getting under the eyes. I apply my foundation and concealer with the sponge, and then sometimes powder. I can't remember the price, but I know that for the set of the two, it was less than $10. Then next, I have kind of a newer thing here. This is from Believe Beauty. It is Dollar General's exclusive brand, their exclusive in-house brand. So every time you go to a Dollar General now, you're gonna find Believe Beauty, and this sponge was about $4 or $5, so still under 10. And that's a great value. It's really soft. It does need just a little bit of breaking in my opinion, but it's really soft. And all of these, when you wet them, they like double in size. So if you're someone who has more dry skin, I definitely recommend using a sponge. If for some reason you don't have access to these or don't want to use them, you can wet those disposable cosmetic wedges and rounds. Those are just not as cost effective because you can wash these and continue to reuse them. Another thing is a brush. You can apply your foundation with a brush. Not all foundations look good applied with a brush, and that all comes down to how the foundation has been formulated. What's the consistency? Is it more creamy? Is it more runny and watery? Is it really thick? It's all really going to depend. Only a few foundations in my collection actually look good blended with a brush. Probably like 2 or 3 of them. I have this little brush here. I can't even tell you the brand. You want to look for something that's really densely packed, which means it has a lot of bristles in it. So the more bristles that are tightly packed, the better it's really going to blend that product, and it's going to leave you with less streaks. e.l.f. makes a great one. Real Techniques makes great buffing brushes. EcoTools. I mean, it's all going to depend on your personal preference. Then I would move on to like a powder brush. This is from EcoTools. It's one of their older brushes. Their packaging is much newer now. It has a silver ferrule. I also have one here from e.l.f. They have different shapes. You can get whatever you like. EcoTools makes great ones, and again, Real Techniques makes great ones as well. Then I would move on to something like slightly smaller like this. This is the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. It's great for setting underneath your eyes. You could blend out your concealer with this if you wanted, but it's great for setting. I use it more for powder underneath my eyes, or it's a really nice size for applying your highlighter. That shimmer, that glow at the top of my cheekbones. That's my highlighter, girl. The rest of the face, you could use something like this for your bronzer, or something like this for like your bronzer and contour. This is from e.l.f. It's about $3. So you see we have like a larger powder brush, then we have something smaller. This would also work for your blush. This is another blush brush from e.l.f. I am going to kind of condense all this down at the end, but I'm just kind of running you through the different shapes and functionalities of your brush and why there is such a variety. This one I used for years and years and years. Still have the same one. This was $3 from e.l.f. It's great. And then it's also tapered, so you can see you could use this to set underneath your eyes, the center of your face. You could use the very tip of the brush to apply your highlight. Some brushes, depending on their shape, are kind of multitaskers. Not just one brush has to be used for just one purpose. So that's pretty much it for like the face. Kind of 3 or 4 general shapes. Basically, you want something larger. Then you want something kind of like more medium size that you could do, you know, use for your contour, your blush. And then you want something smaller to kind of get maybe underneath your eyes, to apply your highlighter, get in the sides of your nose, you know, really make sure you get every crevice. So this is mainly it for the face, not including whatever you use to apply foundation. Then, For the eyes, I would say at the most you need about 3 brushes for a super basic look, and I am going to be doing a tutorial using these things and showing you a super basic, easy, but still beautiful look. That's probably going to be the next part of the series. For eye brushes, you kind of want something fluffy. This is from Wet n Wild. It is dirty. Elf makes some great crease brushes, fluffy brushes like this. You can see one's more rounded and tapered and one is more flat at the top, but that's okay. They pretty much do the same thing. You basically want something that says blending brush, crease brush, fluffy brush, you know, and what that's going to do is that's going to allow you to actually blend your shadow. Your shadow looks so much better when it's blended. Another great thing is a flat brush. Just a standard pack on a shimmer shade or a matte shade. If there's something that you really want to show up, you want it to be the main focus of your look, a flat like packing brush is really good. It could be a concealer brush. You can look for something that says concealer brush, flat eyeshadow brush, something like that. This one is from Elf and it's $1, and I have multiples of these. Underneath the brow, you could also take your concealer with this, go in, clean up around your brows, different things like that. Use it to apply your inner corner highlight. I mean, these are great. They're $1. I recommend them. The next brush, and probably the last I would recommend for your eyes, would be some kind of angled brush. Again, a lot of different brands make them. Real Techniques, Ego Tools, Wet n Wild, Elf. This is Elf's small angled brush. Also about $3. An angled brush is something you would use to kind of do your eyeliner. You can take just a dark shadow or your gel liner or your pencil liner and smudge it out. You can also fill in your brows. I use this for my brows today. So let's go over. You need like a powder brush. Okay. Then you need something, you know, this is great for your all over powder, your bronzer. Then you need something for like your contour and blush kind of. Then you also need something for, you know, a little smaller for your face to get in those tighter areas or to apply your highlight. Then for the eyes you need a fluffy blending brush, a flat brush, and then an angled brush. So in total that's about 6 brushes, depending on whether or not you prefer to use like a foundation brush or a sponge. But all in all, the total of these brushes is like less than 20 bucks. That's everything you need for a super basic makeup look. And I am going to be showing you in a future video, which will be part 3 of this series, how to get the most use out of those brushes. So stay tuned for that. I also want to mention the holidays are coming up. Thanksgiving and Christmas time, you're going to start seeing all of these different brands in the dollar store, in Walmart and Target. They're going to be coming out with all kinds of sets. The brush brands are going to be coming out with their brush sets. They're going to be coming out with collections. L'Oreal, CoverGirl, Wet n Wild does something every Christmas. You're going to see a lot of brands putting out their own sets, and I can tell you they're going to be putting out sets that look very similar to this. They're probably going to have like 5-6 piece brush sets for you to complete like a very basic makeup look. And if you can find a set, you don't want to go and look for something individually. If you find a set that's consists of something like this and you need some brushes, I recommend it. If it's from Eco Tools or Real Techniques, Elf, Wet n Wild's brushes, like I said, they're good, but they're kind of hard to find because they sell them all individually. So this is all affordable stuff. I'm just showing you some of my favorite tools. And guys, these are brushes that I use on the regular. They're all dirty. Let me know if you liked it. Let me know if this was helpful for you. I really hope that it was. Let me know if you have any questions at all. If you need recommendations, whatever, where to buy this stuff. I can totally help you with that. I always read the comments. I always try and interact with you guys and stay on top of it. Thanks for watching and tuning in and putting up with my little situation here. I really appreciate all your support. Subscribe for more. I have some super exciting stuff coming around the holidays. Anyways, thanks. Love ya. Real MVP. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.